Hi, I'm Eric Stevens, the product manager for Mahalo Answers, a new service that launched on December 15th. And I'm here to give you guys a quick overview of the product. It's a Q&A service, so you can ask any question that you want, and our community will provide answers to that question. It's a lot like some of the other Q&A services that are out there, like Yahoo Answers, but there are a few key differences. One of the big ones is that we actually allow our users to offer tips on questions, so they can actually offer to pay for great answers. And the way payments actually work is that we have a virtual currency called Mahalo dollars, and so when you ask a question, you can offer 10 Mahalo dollars, and each Mahalo dollar costs $1 US. So as a part of asking that question, you can actually pay for those Mahalo dollars with a credit card or through PayPal. Once you've earned 40 Mahalo dollars, you can actually request to be paid out in US dollars, and Mahalo takes a 25% commission, so you'll get 75% of the Mahalo dollar value in US dollars. On Mahalo Answers, the tip values that people have been offering have varied a bit. There are quite a few $1 tips, but we've actually had quite a few $100 tips as well. We've also set up the tipping system so that you can give a tip after the fact. So if you find an answer that's particularly helpful and want to give that person a tip, you're able to do that. There's just a link next to each answer that you can click to give that person a tip. On Mahalo Answers, we've tried to make it very easy for first-time users. So when you ask a question or answer a question, you can just jump right in, and as the final step, we ask you to choose a username and a password. Once you've done that, you can then customize your profile. You can write a brief description to give your credentials and your background and what types of things you're interested in. You can actually select the categories that you're qualified to answer questions in. We've set it up so that when you ask a question, you can actually post that question to Twitter or Facebook or both, and your friends on those social networks will get to see that question as well. Mahalo Answers has a wide range of categories. You can ask a question about pretty much anything. Our technology category has been pretty popular. We also have categories around food, around entertainment, movies, books. Pretty much you can ask a question about pretty much anything. To make sure the quality of both the questions and answers are really high, we actually have editors who review every single question and answer that comes in. If there's a question with a typo or something like that, our editors will actually fix that. And with the answers, we've set it up so that you can actually post a comment that adds a source to that answer or refutes a fact in that answer. So the community can really self-regulate and make sure that those answers are accurate, in addition to our editors taking a look at all those answers. So when people come on and ask questions that are jokes or that don't really make a lot of sense, we actually reach out to them and talk to them and explain to them what Mahalo Answers is about, which is really high quality questions and answers. One of our goals was to make sure that people get great answers very quickly, so questions are actually only open for 3 days. And so if you ask the question, you have the opportunity to pick the best answer within those initial 3 days. And if you don't pick the best answer, it actually goes to a vote and the community decides which answer was the best. Mahalo Answers also has a direct questions feature where anyone who browses to your profile can actually ask you a question specifically. The way that works is that your profile lists all the different types of categories that you're qualified to answer questions about. It also aggregates the ratings that you've received on all the different answers that you've given that have been selected as the best answer. You can also indicate just a little bit of background about yourself and give your credentials. The idea is that your profile really provides all the information that someone would need to decide whether you're the right person to answer their question. And then they can actually on that page just directly ask you that question. With direct questions, you can actually make those questions public or private, so they default to public. So only the person who you ask can answer it, but anyone can see that question and answer. But if it's something sensitive, if it's something that you don't want everybody to see or know about, you can actually mark that question as private, and only you and the answer will be able to see that question and answer. On Mahalo Answers, there's a belt level system, so you can increase belt level over time. And the way that works is you can earn points by doing different actions on the site. So if you answer a question, if your answer is selected as the best answer, you actually get 10 points. So once you get to 100 points, you become a yellow belt, and then from there you work your way up. Another feature with the belt levels is that as you move up in the ranks, you actually become more trusted in the system and you're able to do a few more things. So when you start, when you're a white belt, you can only ask 2 questions a day. But but as you move up, you can ask a greater number of questions each day. On Mahalo Answers, we also offer a widget, so you can actually embed your recent activity on Answers on your blog, your MySpace, any website at all. And it'll actually list the most recent questions that you've answered, and it actually also provides a way for people to ask you a direct question. One of the features that's a bit unique about Mahalo Answers is you can actually embed media, so you can embed videos, audio, images, you can embed any of those types of media in a question, in an answer, or even in a comment. Mahalo Answers has a spy feature that actually lets you see in real time all the different activity that's going on the site. So as each question is asked, answered, commented on, you can see all that activity live. Since Mahalo Answers launched on December 15th, we've been really excited with all the activity that's been going on the site so far. We think Mahalo Answers is the best service out there right now because we really focus on quality and because we really create a marketplace where there's an opportunity for people to make money providing high quality answers, and where people who have more money than time can ask questions and get them answered.